expanding very rapidly in terms of its production, from 5 million tonnes in 1980 to 10 million tonnes in 1990, doubling again to 20 million tonnes at the turn of the millennium, and continuing in the 10 years and 20 years after that. So palm was becoming the dominant vegetable oil in the world, but that came with some consequences. All the production, or the vast majority of production, was in two countries, Malaysia and Indonesia, as it still is. And concentrated in those countries, there were environmental considerations which were becoming more apparent. Deforestation, loss of biodiversity, fires and other issues around iconic animals. So there was something needed to be done at the time. Well, palm oil was and is an important crop for AAK, as well as for feeding the world. We believe in it as an efficient crop. We see that we don't have viable alternatives to palm oil, and so we needed to get involved in order to ensure that there was a sustainable supply of palm oil. And at the time, some various organisations got together, including WWF, including Unilever and Migros and MPOA, the Malaysian Palm Oil Association, and came together in 2002 so that we could start to frame an organisation which would support sustainable palm oil. RSPO started much smaller, clearly, in a small meeting in 2002 in London, in September 2002. A further meeting of the 5 founding organisations in Gland in Switzerland in December 2002, and then the first conference, effectively, in 2003, held in Kuala Lumpur, when there were around 200 delegates and much argument. That led to a statement of intent from around 56 of those members, I think, and then the first proper conference or General Assembly in 2004. Membership has increased rapidly since then. As you say, we're now at 6,000 members, which is really incredible considering where we started. So we cover over 100 countries with our membership. And we've helped to transform the market in palm oil so that it's become more sustainable. We've got a transparent organisation. We have a certification system which works effectively, although not without its problems, clearly. And we have helped move the whole deforestation issue forward, so that deforestation now is much less of an issue in those countries, Malaysia and Indonesia, than it once was. And RSPO can take a good deal of credit for that. And we've been on the executive board, as it was at the start, but now the board of governors, since the inception of the RSPO, and I'm very proud to continue in that role as vice chair currently. And we've been treasurer for all those years. We helped to develop the business model which gave the financial foundation on which the RSPO is founded, and helps it enormously in terms of its independence when it comes to finances. Also, AAK was imported the first certified RSPO sustainable palm oil into Europe in 2008 from United Plantations, and we're very proud of that too. Finally, I think the green palm, the inception of green palm, the conception of it, the design and the implementation of the green palm certification system or certificate selling system we were intimately involved in that and developed it and operated it. And that helped RSPO enormously in the first few years, in particular when segregated and other physical schemes were not quite so prevalent. Still, the certificate trading is operating now, and that we can be very happy that we've contributed enormously to RSPO over that period. But in the end, we are a multi-stakeholder organisation and a members organisation. And gradually over the years that has come together, and the board has come together more, recognised the aims and purpose of the RSPO to promote sustainable palm oil. Well, personally, I'm very proud to have been associated with the RSPO throughout the whole of its existence over the last 20 years, as AAK is too, and to be able to contribute to the success of the RSPO over that time. Things have changed a lot in that period, but we've continued to move forward and to make a contribution to global environmental issues and social issues. So it's a great thing to have been a part of, I think. Now we're at a point with the RSPO where there's more regulation coming in, which is a good thing, so long as it's good regulation. But it's a point of inflection for the RSPO too, and the RSPO will have to be in a position to support that legislation, support members to meet the requirements of that legislation. I think it's in a good position to do so. It must move forward in the right way, but I'm optimistic about the future. Overall, I'm really proud, as I said, have been associated and to continue to be associated with the RSPO. I think it's in a good position, it's strong, and it can move forward in a good way.